Welcome back to this new video tutorial in Microsoft Excel. In this video, I am going to make a scrollable table inside Excel worksheet that is able to dynamically get the newly added data here in the source. I have already uploaded one video in my channel regarding this scrollable table in which the table was not able to get the newly added data. So here in this update, I am going to make this table dynamic so that when I add the new data here, it will automatically reflect here in the table. For example, here let me copy this row, then paste it here, and also copy this another row of data, then paste it here. Now I have two rows added. After this, when I go to the scroll bar, I need to first click on the scroll bar, then I have to click on this down arrow, and here at the end of the data, these two new data is updated. Now let me close this Excel workbook, then open a new workbook here, and here I will create this dynamic scrollable table. First of all, here we have to find out the last row of the data dynamically. Here our data is on row number 2999. So here find out the last row number dynamically by using the count a function. Press equal to, then type count a, open bracket, then click on the first column, close bracket, press enter. This gives 2998 is the last row, but here we have data till 2999. This is because we have one blank row here, so we have to consider this. So here in the formula, add this blank row by typing +1, then press enter. Now this formula will give the last row dynamically. If you add here a new data, I am copying this and pasting it here. Here you see now the last row is given is 3000. Now after dynamically identifying the last row of data, then we have to subtract the row before the starting of the data, that is 4 row. So here in the formula, double click, then go to the end, then type -4. Now we have to again subtract the number of row that we want to keep in the scroll bar. Suppose that if you want to display 10 number of row in the scroll bar, then here subtract -10. Now after identifying this number here, copy the column headers, then click on the scroll bar sheet, then paste the column headers here. After this, select the 10 number of row here, then apply the border here. Now beside the last column, select this, then merge and center these cells by clicking on the merge and center option. Now here add the scroll bar by going to developer tab, then click on insert, then here choose this scroll bar form control, then draw the scroll bar here this way. Now keep this scroll bar inside this merged cell, then adjust its position like this. Now right click in the scroll bar, click on format control, then here in the control tab in the cell link, click and then select a blank cell in your sheet. Here I am selecting this C3 cell. You can select any other cell, but the cell should be blank. Now we need to make this maximum value dynamic by using VBA code, which we will do later. Now click on OK. Now click outside this scroll bar, then when you scroll the bar down, here you see the number is changing. After this, let's use the formula here to capture the data from the source data. Here in the first cell, press is equal to, then type the offset function. Open the bracket. In the reference, go to the cell's data sheet or the source sheet. Then click on the cell just below the first column header. Then give a comma. Now here in the row, go to the scroll bar sheet, then click on this linked cell. Then lock this cell by pressing F4 key in the keyboard. Then give a comma. In the column, type 0, comma, and in the height and width, type 1 comma 1, then close the bracket, press enter. Now drag this formula till the last column. Again drag the formula till the last row of the scrollable table, and here change the formatting of the date by going to home tab, then click on this formatting option, then choose the sort date. Now we need to write the VBA code to dynamically assign the value here in the scroll bar maximum value. So here click on the developer tab, click on Visual Basic, click on insert, then module. Now here create a sub procedure, that is sub space, then type here the procedure name, that is scroll bar values, then bracket open bracket close, press enter. Then here write these line of codes. After writing these line of codes, then close the VBA window. Then here right click on the shape, click on assign macro, then select this scroll bar values macro we just created, then click on OK. Now click on this, the last value will be updated here. If you scroll the bar down, here you see currently this is the last item. If you go to sales data and scroll all the way down, here you see the last customer name is Supreme Business House, which is given here in the scroll bar. Now if you add here a new data, suppose that here, let me copy this and paste it. Again copy this ABC distributor and paste it here. Now if I go to the scroll bar, I need to click on the scroll bar first, then if I scroll it down, the last distributor is now ABC distributor. This two data is updated here in the scroll bar. Now in the final step, we have to save our file as a macro enabled file because we have used the VBA code here. To save the file as macro enabled, click on the file tab, click on save as, and here in the type of the file, choose this Excel macro enabled workbook, then choose the location where you want to save the file, then click on the save button. So this is the way of creating the scrollable table in Microsoft Excel that can automatically update the newly added data here. And this much for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. We will again meet on next video tutorial.